crime wave is over tonight for a trio of burglars who broke into Orange County pharmacies to steal drugs and liquor.
The first thing that came to my mind was, oh, gimmick, and I just said, let me just call them and see.
Then it seemed too good to be true, but in fact it was not when a woman finds $36,000 inside a free chair. Welcome to Kcal Dt News Today, streaming live on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Susie Sa.
And I'm Juan Fernandez, in tonight for Jeff Vaughn. A Simi Valley man makes a shocking admission to police while equipped with a gun, ammo, and other tactical gear.
He told dispatchers he wanted to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Kcal Dt's Jeff Nguyen tonight spoke with the suspect's family.
Federal agents have been working to talk to the people inside this home after investigators say that a Simi Valley man told detectives he wanted to break into a Supreme Court justice's home for a murder-suicide.
The FBI knocked on the Simi Valley door Wednesday, part of the investigation into Nicholas Roski. He was arrested near the home of Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
My grandson.
Dan Shannon told CBS News he's the suspect's grandfather and that the home belonged to his daughter.
We're in crisis right now.
Court documents say Roski rode a taxi to Kavanaugh's Maryland neighborhood. When he got there, he called the Montgomery County Emergency Communications Center saying he had suicidal thoughts. He had a gun in his suitcase, and investigators say Roski told the call taker he came to kill a specific Supreme Court justice. Police were dispatched, and when Roski was taken into custody, officers found a black tactical chest rig, a tactical knife, a Glock 17 pistol, along with a long list of items.
This kind of behavior is obviously behavior that we will not tolerate. Threats of violence and actual violence against the justices, of course, strike at the heart of our democracy, and we will do everything we can to prevent them and to hold people who do them accountable.
Back in Simi Valley, no one answered the door when agents knocked. Neighbors were asked by investigators about their neighbor.
Do I know them, know about the dynamic or any weird comings and goings?
Dan Shannon says he was at the home Wednesday morning to feed his daughter's dog, and he wasn't even sure if his grandson lived here full time.
He's a good kid.
According to the federal complaint, Roski told detectives that he was upset about the recent school shooting in Texas, and he also had concerns that the justice he intended to kill would side with decisions that would loosen gun control laws. He apparently told detectives he found Kavanaugh's address on the internet. In Simi Valley, Jeff Nguyen, Kcal Dt News.
And developing news tonight, President Joe Biden, Mayor Eric Garcetti, and Governor Gavin Newsom hosting the inaugural session of the Summit of the Americas tonight in downtown L.A.
But with the president's snubs of Cuba, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, some key countries, including Mexico, are boycotting the summit. Tonight, Mr. Biden gave a hint about a major immigration deal coming up later this week.
The declaration represents a mutual commitment to invest in regional solutions that enhance stability, increase opportunities for safe and orderly migration through the region, and crack down on criminal and human trafficking who prey on desperate people.
The summit runs through Friday in downtown Los Angeles.
Well, even before the presidential motorcade arrived for tonight's opening ceremonies, protesters were already outside with a dramatic takedown. Kcal Dt's Jasmine Veal with more tonight.
Some tense moments right here in downtown Los Angeles shortly after the president arrived to give those opening remarks at the Microsoft Theater. This, as you had protesters gathered on all corners, but one woman in